Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to this new video, and with this video we are going to learn about arrays in Java. So here I have already written here arrays. So what are arrays? Arrays are by definition a collection of similar types of data. Arrays are a collection of similar type of data. Similar type of data. That is, so by definition, arrays are a collection of similar types of data. You can see here I have some similar types of data here for you. You can see here 0 and I think you are getting me the similar type of data which I am having here. So this is the similar type of data which I am going to talk about. You can see here the similar types, that is each beer is of Heineken, so it is a similar type of data. So if we say that arrays are a collection of similar types of data, then you can see here I have some collection of similar types of data. It means that it is also arrays. So arrays are declared like this. Okay. Now let's start with the declaration and definition of the arrays. How arrays are in Java. So basically, arrays in Java are objects. That is a point to be noted, that arrays in Java are objects. How arrays are objects? Let's see by definition. Generally, in Java, we declare an array. Suppose we are having an array of int, then we are going to have a int and then square bracket. After that, the name of the array. Suppose I am having this nums, then equals operator, and after that it followed by a new keyword and then int with the size. It is very mandatory here. We must provide the size for the array. So suppose it is of size 3. So here this line is very important. In this, the new int, whenever we encounter with the new keyword, it means that we are going to have a new object in the heap area. It is heap area, suppose. Then we are going to have a new object. This is object. So new object of what? Of this int, that is primitive int, that is integer numbers, with the size of 3. So we are going to have an array here which will hold primitives 0, 1, 2, and it is a point to be noted that in array the index start with 0, 1, always start with 0. So if it is of size 3, then it is going to have 0, 1, 2 as the indexing position. I think it is clear till now that whenever we encounter with a new keyword, then it's sure that it is going to be a new object is going to be created in the heap area. So here we have our array object that is int array object with a size of 3, and this nums, and this is assigned to the nums. So nums is a point, nums is a reference. You can say nums is having the reference of this object because of this equal to operator. Means first of all create a new object with the size of 3, which will hold integers, that is primitives, and then assign this value, that this object, with the help of this equal, assign this value to the nums. Okay. This is the simple meaning of this line. Now keep in mind that there is no value inside it. Okay, whenever we declare this, it is going to have this it is going to create an object in the memory with a size of 3 with index in 0 1 2 3 0 1 2, but it is not having any value. Suppose I assign value 5 6 or 8, then it is not having any value till now. So to provide the value here, we will write and we will access this array. Okay, so here we are going to have nums 0 for accessing this object is equal to 5. Then to set the second position, that is second index, we will write nums 1 is equal to 1. Sorry, 6 here, as I have written here. Nums 2 is equal to 8. So now these values, that is 5 6 and 8, are assigned to this index and this index. Until we assign these values to individually to each index, we are not going to have any value in the array. It is merely a variable, simple variables which are able to hold int values, but it is not actually containing the object. So in a single line, I will say that whenever we write this line in array of nums equals new int of size 3, then we are going to have an array of variables. That is, here it is variables. The places are suppose variables, int variables. So it is going to hold 3 int variables, not the actual values of the which will fit into the variables. Okay, so it is only holding 3 int variables. Let me write it here that it will hold only int variables. Since size is 3, so it will hold 3 int variables. Okay, till now I think it is clear to you. Now let us write for our beer object. Now let us write and understand about the concept of this arrays in the term of our this beers. What an important point to be noted is here that arrays are always objects, whether they contain primitives, but overall they are objects because they are created with a new keyword and they are allocated memory in the heap area. So they are objects always. They may contain primitive values like int, byte or long, but they may also contain the references of real objects, that is beer, which we are going to see here. So here we suppose we are having our beer class now, and we are going to create an object for the beer. We are going to have an array of beer objects. So we will write beer. Suppose this is beer object is equal to new beer with the size of 6. Okay, the same thing applies here also. Whenever we encounter with a new keyword, it means that we are going to have an object created in the heap area. And this time this is the size of the array is 6. So here we are going to have size of 6, 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now what will it contain? Does it contain the actual beer object, or it will contain only the references? What do you think? So let me tell you here it the same way as in the case of primitives, we were having only the variables places here. It was not actually containing the object, that is the value of 5, 6, 8 in the previous example. The same way it is going to have here variables. In the previous example it was a variable for integer, that is int variables, that is variables which will hold integer values. In this case we are going to have variable, that is reference variable, not the primitives but reference variable. So these reference variables will be of beer. Okay, so these will be beer 0, beer 1. So these all will be references of beer. Okay, and each beer will contain the beer reference, that is reference to actual beer object, which is not created till now because we have not assigned any array a particular beer object. So as of now, when we write this line, we get only the beer references. After that, this equal sign means assign this beer object to this reference. Okay, so now we are going to assign the beer object. Suppose I am writing beer 0 is equal to new beer. In this case, now at this line beer 0, this beer 0 is going to have a beer object. If I write beer 1 is equal to new beer, the same thing, then this beer 1 is going to be assigned to a beer object, that is it will now contain beer object. So let's understand with our beer example. So here we have our beer reference. You can see here this reference is clearly saying that it is a reference to an array of beer, that is here we have an array of beer object. So it is going to have an array of beer references. It is not going to have actual object. Or let me have the same way as that of indexing, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after I write this line beer 0 is equal to new beer, only then we are going to have a real object, that is this real beer object in the B0. After when I write B1 and assign this new beer object to B1, then we are going to have this this reference, that is B1 is here, and we are connecting this with equal sign, that is our in case our case wire, and then we are going to have this real beer object. At this point, these remaining beer references, that is beer 2, beer 3, beer 4, beer 5, are not pointing or not containing any real object. So I think you got the concept here, that until we assign individually the beer object to each references, till then an array always contain reference to, that is always contain an array of reference variable. Okay friends, thank you for being with me. This was all in this video which I wanted to tell you about arrays. See you in the next videos.